This podcast is for the woman who refuses to settle.
The one who knows she was made for more.
It's for the audacious woman who is ready to burn the ships,
own her story,
and create a life built on radical self-belief.
I'm Amanda Galloway.
I'm Ashton Greer. We are your podcast hosts.
And we welcome you to the Audacity podcast.
Hello, welcome back to the Audacity podcast.
Hello.
Amanda and I just had like a whole podcast episode before joining the podcast. Because sometimes we need to catch up without anyone recording us or listening.
This is true.
There's a lot of things we said that could not be said.
Or you just don't care. Like you literally won't care.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Like we're talking about our kids and dogs, puppies.
Yep.
So
I told you I had a humbling moment today.
Okay.
And I would share it on the podcast.
Please.
So I fell victim to social media and purchasing a hair product.
Oh, no.
And I bought this GHD waiver. It's expensive.
GHD waiver.
Yes.
Like your hair's wavy today.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so beautiful on other people.
You don't like
it? It's so
it?
pretty. No. And I was like, man, today I have to record. I'll be on video. And then before this, I didn't tell you this part.
I think it looks pretty.
Okay, thank you.
You hate it?
Thanks. I don't hate it, but I spent an hour prior to this I spent an hour creating social media content for my business.
Okay.
An hour. And so today I had to do that and then do this recording. And I was like, of course I'm having a bad hair day because it's just getting used to this thing and my hair just doesn't hold curl very well. It's very sleek and it just goes down.
You actually came in today and I was like, something looks different about her.
It's my hair.
You look more relaxed.
I'm not.
You look...
On the outside, I look relaxed. On the inside.
It's actually a really good look for you because you're normally very like polished.
Yeah.
It makes you look more approachable.
Okay, cool. So I did videos. We'll see how it turns. Maybe it'll be good. Anyway, so I started creating these videos and I meet with the social media person who helps me go through these videos. So I record them and she's talking to me. And I get on the video and she is just wearing a ball cap and I notice she doesn't have hair.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my gosh, here I am complaining about my hair. And she revealed to me that she has cancer and she's going through chemotherapy.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, what a humbling moment.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be grateful for the things that, even if you're having a bad hair day, like be grateful that you have hair. If your kids are driving you crazy, be grateful that you have kids.
Yeah.
Just like things like that to kind of flip the switch. And it was, so back to our beauty podcast, the GHD waiver works really good, I'm sure, for 90% of the people, 10% of us with very sleek hair that doesn't hold volume very well. Probably not the ideal product, especially with the cost.
Yeah.
I think it was too expensive. So I might return it. We shall see. Or maybe I'll get used to it and I'll figure it out, or I'll find a product that works well with it. Anyway, I'll take advice.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you for the beauty review. You do look beautiful.
Thank you.
Your story made me think about this moment of gratitude that I had this week too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just been feeling like, I think I've said this on the podcast before, but like disenchanted by life. But
that's crazy for you.
Listen.
You are always enchanted by life.
This has been going on for years.
Really?
Years. Just like, oh, another day.
Have a different perspective of you.
Yeah, I'm bubbly. But
you romanticize life, I feel like.
I used to, yeah.
Huh.
My mom, though, said to me the other night, she saw me at a bar, actually. I was eating dinner there. It was at Bar and Grill. And she was like, are you okay? Like, you just seem kind of down. And I was like, no, this is just my personality now. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, like for years, Mom, have you not noticed that? Like, it's every time you see me, you're like, you seem down. And every time I'm like, no, this is just me now.
That's hilarious.
But I had this gratitude moment because I was just feeling super disenchanted by life. Okay. Yesterday. And like I got up late and I had slept in, which is in and of itself a privilege. I'm able to sleep in. I slept in. I'm just kind of feeling like, I have to do laundry, I have to do work. Then I like go when I'm ready, when I want to.
Mm-hmm.
I go to my building downtown that I'm working on. I have to sand, patch, drywall. I'm painting the bathroom. I'm cleaning 2x4s out of a storage room. I have this like list of things I have to do. And I'm doing it and I'm like just feeling like I do not want to be doing this today. Like, oh my gosh, like and that's just how I feel about like a lot of things in life right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, I slept in. I came here when I wanted to. This building I'm working on is going to make me a profit. This is not my residence. This is an investment property. I can leave when I want. I can stay as long as I want. I can go to lunch when I want. I can drink a beer if I want while I work.
Mm-hmm.
I can go home. I can do this tomorrow if I want to. Like the amount of
Yeah.
freedom that I have. And I was like, I am such an ungrateful whore.
Not the word I thought you were going to choose, but
I don't know. I was going through all the words and that one just came out. But I literally was like, I am so ungrateful right now. Like I have everything I need. Beautiful children, 9 puppies at home that are so freaking cute. 7 of them have homes already.
thank God.
Yeah. 7 of them have homes. I have investment properties to work on. I have additional properties in addition to my home, my residence, 5 of them. You know, I just had this like, why am I so ungrateful? And then, anyway, I put myself in place and check myself.
Good. I think that is a great way to handle things when you're feeling.
I was like, this is stupid. I am being such a brat right now.
That's okay.
Brat.
You can have feelings.
I know, stupid. It literally is so stupid. I don't have to get up. I don't have to get up at 7:30, punch a time clock, sit at a desk all day, work a 9 to 5. Like I literally have built the life of my dreams.
Mm.
And I was just like, so like, oh, I don't want to do this today.
I have moments like that too. I love being my own boss though. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Yeah. Who has that much freedom? Not many people.
I don't. We have a lot of freedom, but we don't. Mentally, it's like
Oh my gosh, all the time.
But there's a lot of physical freedom. I don't have to be in my office if I don't. I mean, I am a lot just because I enjoy being there.
Yeah.
But I like today I was all over the place.
But then you have to be really self-motivated. I think that's kind of like the catch is nobody's expecting you to be anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
And so like for me, even with the employment that I do have at the Fisher Theater, there's a board, right? But they're all volunteers. So nobody's like expecting me to clock in. So like everything that I do, and I do work really hard for the Fisher, but everything that I do, I have to be self-motivated. Like I tell myself I'm going in at this time on this day and I'm doing this thing. Or if I'm not going to the office, I'm going to be having these meetings. I'm going to be writing this grant from home or whatever. And
you are very self-motivated.
It requires a high level of self-motivation.
Good. Yeah, you have that.
I do. Yeah. But then there are days where I'm like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do this. And I don't have to. Nobody's watching. Nobody's making me. Yeah. So I make myself because I'm a Virgo. But like,
But that's how you develop confidence is when you do things you don't want to do.
Yeah.
My coach tells me all the time, Amanda, you let your feelings get in the way. Be like, I don't want to go work out. And then I won't because I let my feelings get in the way. We've talked about this before. It's an ongoing process. But I think that you really develop confidence when you start holding those promises to yourself.
Yeah. You tell yourself, I'm going to do this thing.
And
then you do it. So I think I have like tons of self-confidence in my profession because I've proven to myself, oh, I know what I'm doing. I do a good job. I'm dependable. I'm reliable. I can do this. I'm good at this. And then other areas of my life, I really am like, I don't think I'm very good at this, like relationships, like, which is a good segue.
That is a great segue. You're wearing shorts today, by the way.
Again, here's
Third
my legs.
week in a row.
And my feet.
She's like, I'm not going to wear shorts.
I don't know. It's hot outside.
It is hot outside.
I think I don't know.
You look great.
Oh, thank you.
You look great.
Thank you.
So today's podcast is over micro cheating.
Ugh. Yeah. I've been listening to lots of podcasts on this and also experiencing this in my personal life.
Yeah.
Conversations about it.
Right.
Not micro cheating, but conversations about it in my personal life. Like, is this, in relationship, cheating? Is this cheating? Is this allowed? Or do I feel comfortable with this? Do you feel comfortable with this? Yeah.
So you sent me a definition of micro cheating.
Yeah. Let me pull it up.
And I think it's a really good.
Yep. I really good. Liked it. Okay. Micro cheating is also known as pre-cheating. So like precursors to actually cheating. It describes the behaviors that you conceal, which means that you know that they are wrong. It leads everyone in the relationship to question emotional and physical commitment. It is ultimately a shift in emotional loyalty.
Yeah. Makes
Yep.
sense.
Yep. So your attention goes elsewhere. Maybe you're confiding in someone else. You're entertaining things that you typically wouldn't entertain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any sort of like yeah.
So the thing is, like, where is the line? And I think everybody is going to have a different perspective on where the line is.
Uh-huh.
So people debate things like thirst traps,
Oh my gosh.
following exes, talking to exes, gosh,
Liking photos.
flirty DMs.
Uh-huh. And maybe even like a close friend of the opposite sex at work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Work spouse.
Work wife.
And I think ultimately you have to have that conversation with your partner because some people are okay with certain things, whereas others are not. And I think having open conversations and transparency on what is okay and what's not in the relationship is really where you have to go. Ultimately, what I ask myself is if Antonio was doing this or if Antonio did something like this, how would I feel?
Right. Well, the other like definition of it that because I listened to several podcasts. The other one that I heard is cheating is diverting where you're investing your time, emotional, and sexual energy. Secrecy is the betrayal.
Yeah.
Because in secrecy, all trust and emotional safety are broken.
Yeah.
So if somebody is lying to you in the relationship or not being honest, then you don't know what else are they lying to me about. Like
Right.
the emotional intimacy or closeness of it is broken versus if I came, say Amanda's my girlfriend, and I came to Amanda and I was like, hey, I have this friend at work. We're getting really close. I just want you to know, like, I'm aware, that this is dangerous territory and I want to be honest with you about it and see how you feel about me having a friend of the opposite sex. That is very different than me having a friend of the opposite sex, confiding in
And
them,
not saying anything.
not saying anything.
Right.
There's secrecy, there's hiding. If you're hiding it, it's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. So some questions
Okay.
just off of your own thoughts.
Okay.
Is liking an ex's thirst trap cheating?
Now, here's what I think. Cheating is defined differently in every
Okay.
relationship.
Micro cheating. Okay.
Here's what I think. Micro cheating and cheating, they're defined differently in every relationship. So there are people in open relationships and their relationship's great and they have agreements and,
Couldn't be
it's
me,
open.
but
They couldn't be me either. No way. No
Fair.
how. I would murder.
No judgment.
I would murder. But, in these open relationships where it's totally acceptable because it's agreed upon. So every relationship really has its contract. But we can talk about like in my relationship, right?
Yeah.
Or what I would expect or what you would expect.
In
So,
traditional. This whole conversation will be very traditional.
yeah, in a traditional relationship.
Yes.
Is liking an ex's thirst trap cheating?
I would say if they're doing it for the sake of validating that sexual energy, I would see that as micro cheating.
Well, the first question is why? Why are you liking it?
Exactly. So if it is to get the attention.
Is there a good reason to like it though? Is there any answer?
It's so stupid.
Is there any answer that's like, oh yeah, that's totally fine?
No, I don't even follow my exes.
Like I was liking my ex's thirst trap to make them feel validated. Is that okay? No. I was liking my ex's thirst trap because I wanted their attention. No, that's not okay. I was liking my ex's thirst trap because I wanted to have a conversation with them. No, that's not, none of it's okay. No.
I don't see any area where that's okay.
No.
But I'm giving room for doubt and curiosity.
Okay.
And maybe if someone has something where they think it's okay, please share.
I mean, any ex that I have, I may maintain like we're social media friends, because I don't hate them or like, whatever, but I unfollow them. I don't engage, right?
Yeah. Right.
Are you like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't follow exes. I am a Cancer. So when I end things with someone, I end them. They are gone out of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
How would you feel if your partner had conversations with an ex and still following them? And
yeah, we talked about that. I don't like it. It's not my favorite thing. So part of me is also my own insecurity, and I'm very self-aware of it. It's not, I would like a conversation with my partner that's, hey, I talked to so and so. I just want to tell you about it.
Yeah.
Full transparency.
Yeah.
But I
Transparency is key, I
I
think.
think that's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, like on the flip side, if I'm trying to think of like one ex that I would be friends with, that I would talk to, there's no threat there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to spin it on its head of, well, in that person there wasn't any like deep connection though, right? Either. So I think it depends on the connection that they had with the person. Maybe they just like found out that they were better off as friends and moved on and they explored that and whatever. But when they had maybe like a sexual, like hot, sexy relationship and it's still flaming a little bit. No, it's not. No,
Yeah.
just my perspective.
What if it was just like a one night stand and they're friends on Instagram still?
No, I don't think that matters. I
No,
think the
it's a hard
point,
no for you.
no, I don't care about that. I
Oh, you
think,
don't
I
care.
think the point is, are you still keeping a connection with them in secrecy?
The
The
secrecy, that's what I'm
secrecy
trying to
is
get to.
truly where it's
That's what I'm
at.
trying to get to.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is all where it's at. However, I will say, if someone slides into my DMs and I don't respond, I don't think that there's any reason to really tell Antonio about that
Yeah.
because there's no threat. I'm not
You didn't
engaging in
engage.
it.
Right.
Yeah, like a fire emoji sent to me. Like I ignore it and I move on with my
Same.
life. It's not worth having that conversation. And
Right.
I
Because you
would
didn't do
expect,
anything. It just,
right.
yeah.
And Antonio the same way. Like I am choosing not to respond and therefore there's no implications from it.
Right.
Um, I don't, but if your partner sent a fire emoji,
To someone else.
yeah, to someone else, I used to have an ex who would send fire emojis and he was like, "No, it means like you're doing great. Keep it up. Like you're on fire."
No. Nope.
He was
He needs a wake up call.
determined that that's what it was.
Okay.
He was a little socially awkward too,
Yeah,
so
I'm like, that's
it
not,
could
no.
just be that.
Well, here's a real thing too. Whenever I get a fire emoji from a man who's in a relationship,
Oh,
this happens a lot actually for
yeah,
me and maybe for you too, but a man
yeah,
who's in a relationship will send me a fire emoji or heart a picture of me or something. That automatically puts up like, I start to feel bad for his wife
yeah,
or his girlfriend.
yes. It
And
makes
like,
him look
it
bad.
makes him look bad.
Yeah.
And it also makes me think like, does she know that he's engaging with me in this way? Like,
Right. I don't like it.
I lose respect for that man
I do
pretty
too.
instantaneously. I actually had a man who was married, who is still married, who would regularly like check in on me, like, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. You were looking good at the gym, hearting my stuff, fire emoji myself. What are you doing tonight? I'm kind of bored.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so
And
bizarre.
I know this man and I semi know his wife. And I eventually like just blocked him on
Yeah.
everything. And I even debated reaching out to her.
Right.
Like it was honestly it was hard for me to decide. Like, do I reach out to her and tell her? Does she know? Do I even want to involve myself in this?
But
like,
then you start asking yourself questions like, what is his actual intentions?
what's
Is he
his
just being,
motive?
yeah,
And then he would probably gaslight me. You know what I mean? Like, if
Uh-huh.
I did tell her, he'd be
Right.
like, what's wrong with you? I was just
Yeah.
being friendly. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just typically block, remove myself from the situation.
Right.
And like then pray that the truth comes out for them. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's hard.
Yeah. I've had that happen too, and I just don't engage. I think you're right though. I'll lose a lot of respect for people who are like that.
Well, and that's why it makes sense that if your partner engaged in that, you would lose respect for them,
Mm-hmm.
which I would as well.
Yeah, I would absolutely. I had someone send me a fire emoji to a picture of me and Antonio on a motorcycle.
Oh,
It was a guy that I know.
but it was you and Antonio
Yeah,
together.
but I didn't think it was you're hot.
Right.
Yeah. So I think
That's
it can be
different.
interpreted
Well,
very
yeah,
differently and the
I
context
agree.
can be very
Yeah.
situational.
Well, if it's you and your boyfriend together in the picture,
Yeah.
he's like, it's like, ooh, you guys maybe you're a hot couple. Wow.
Yeah, maybe. Who
Yeah.
knows? Is having a work spouse cheating? It is a spouse. You're calling it a spouse.
I This one is, for me, yes,
Mm-hmm.
it is. But okay, so like if my partner had a work wife, a woman that he was very close with that brought him coffee at
Mm-hmm.
work and
Yeah.
took care of him at work, whatever. Would I like it? No.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
Again, what's the intention behind the motive?
Right. Like,
Right.
is it like, is it maternal? How old is she? Is she 60?
Right.
And she's like motherly to you?
Yeah.
Is there any threat there?
Right.
I think all those things kind of come into
Yeah,
play.
I agree. So another one is following hundreds of attractive people cheating.
Um, okay. Um, I love that you're asking me these questions. Okay. Well, I'm going to counter this with a question to you.
Okay.
Okay. If, say, Antonio
Mhm.
is following hundreds of, or even dozens,
Mhm.
10, 5, whatever, um, Instagram models,
Mhm.
okay, is it cheating? I would say it's only cheating if that's a boundary in your relationship.
Mhm.
So, like, you and Antonio may have an agreement. You can follow hot guys, he can follow hot girls,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
as long as you don't know them, fine. Like we can admire other people's bodies, like
Mhm.
whatever, if that's like an agreement in your relationship. It really just depends on the relationship. And I lean as a Virgo and as someone who's like very protective of my relationships. I lean towards if there's a risk of any sort of rupture in the relationship, let's just not even go there.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like
I'm
if
with
there's
you.
if it's a chance, like it's not worth it. This relationship is way too important. Get rid of all of it. Like I
Right.
have none of that on my social media.
Yeah.
Even if like a friend sends me a video of like hot men, I'm like, I don't know if my partner would like this. Like that's like literally
Mhm.
how my brain works. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't think that's disrespectful.
Mhm.
So for me in my relationship, yeah, it's cheating because it's a boundary that I have
Mm.
and an expectation I have for myself and for my partner.
Yeah.
But like in other people's relationships, like they're totally fine with it. So I think
Right.
it just depends.
Depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, watched a TikTok the other day and I sent it to you earlier, and it was a
Oh
guy
yeah, the
who
men and the thongs and that. I'm just kidding. I just kidding. I just
I was
kidding.
like, "What?
I'm just
I
kidding.
missed something." No, the one where the guy is like watching porn
Mm-hmm.
is considered micro cheating because you're putting your sexual energy into someone else that's not your partner.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I felt that."
Mm-hmm.
Because women like to be admired, and I would rather, like, to me, that is important in my relationship. I want to feel admired. I want to feel like he's attracted to me.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's other women, it kind of makes me, and maybe this is just my insecurity. And granted, every person is attracted to other people, but
Yeah.
when there
Yeah.
is an actual action occurring, especially when it comes to masturbation and porn, it does not make me feel good.
Well, there's actually like so we're gonna talk about masturbation. If you want to log off now, this is your chance. Give you 2 seconds. One, two. Okay. When a man masturbates, it actually releases, a lot of like chemicals and whatever, and there's a significant drop in testosterone.
Hmm.
Okay, and so then that removes any sort of like seeking or desiring of you
Hmm.
for a period of time until it
Right.
rebuilds. It makes them more relaxed, less energized,
Hmm.
and it's in that building up of that testosterone
Yeah.
that brings them back to that desiring state. If you have a partner that's frequently masturbating or frequently putting that energy
Hmm.
towards, women on the internet or whatever, their attention to you, their need for you, their desire for you is going to be less
Right.
in that way. So it affects, I think, the dynamic of a relationship as far as like intimacy goes
Yeah.
and the amount that your man like relies on you or comes to you for
Yeah.
that need. So some women who are more avoidant
Hmm.
or don't really want that intimacy, an avoidant woman I think
Hmm.
cares way less. I have several
Absolutely.
female friends that are like, I don't want to take care of his sexual needs. Like
Yeah.
I got enough going on. Like, and so like they don't care because
Hmm.
they're avoidant. So that level of intimacy and closeness is not nearly as important to them.
Right.
Whereas like you have someone like you or I who's more anxious,
Hmm.
more values intimacy,
Hmm.
close connection, sexual content or sexual contact with your partner, whatever.
Right.
Those things, if they're really important to you, that's going to feel like a lot more of a threat because you value intimacy and you're not afraid of
Mhm.
intimacy. It
Yeah,
doesn't exhaust you in the way that it does someone that's avoidant.
that is true. I was listening to a podcast and this woman was writing in asking about this man that she was interested in and she was masturbating to him. And the
Oh,
podcast hosts were like, absolutely not, because your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and what's fake.
yeah.
So when you are creating that intimacy with that person in your mind, your brain is interpreting that as
Mhm.
actual intimacy with that person.
Mhm.
So then your connection with that person draws even more.
Yeah.
And I just was like, wow, that is so true. Like, it's one thing to find someone attractive, it's another thing to be fantasizing about
To act
them.
on it.
And
Yeah.
then to, yeah, to have some type of reaction to that. So I found that really, really interesting.
Yeah.
And I think that if you are in a relationship and you're trying to and maybe there's someone in your life that you're attracted to, that's something you don't do because you don't want to build on that attraction. You
Right.
need to find a hard line there
Mm-hmm.
for yourself and have self-control
Mm-hmm.
and just put boundaries in place because I think throughout life we will come across people that we're attracted to.
Yeah.
And I think that's completely normal.
Yeah.
But I think the important thing is like, are you actually, if you're on a work trip, are you taking them to your hotel room? Are you letting them buy you drinks? Are you engaging with them on about conversations with your relationship and it's not going well, so you're venting to them? All these things are not okay.
Yeah.
And that to me is micro cheating. So if you would not want your spouse doing it, your partner doing it, I don't think you need to be doing it. And if it's something that you wouldn't do in front of them, don't engage in it if you respect your partner.
I think you have to take it a step further
Mhm.
too, of like, is this something that I would be okay with my partner doing?
Mhm.
Yes or no? The answer might be yeah, like I'd be fine with it, but I know they're not.
Yes, that's a really good
So
point.
like even if you know that they're fine with it, but you also know or you know that you wouldn't care
Mhm.
if they did it to you,
Yeah.
but you know that they care
Mhm.
if you do it. So I think you have
Right.
to go a step further to not like is about me, but more like is this something that that would be hurtful to them or that would break their trust or that I would feel like I would have to hide
Right.
that might come in between our relationship or our
Yeah.
bond. And I think every relationship has a contract and boundaries and guidelines. And if you think of it that way, each person has different needs,
Mhm.
different intimacy needs, different expectations of their partner.
Yeah.
I'm not a prude. Okay. I'm not a prude at
Mhm.
all. You know that I'm not a prude.
Mhm.
And anybody listening to this podcast knows that I'm not a prude,
Mhm.
but I have really high expectations and standards for my partner
Right.
in preserving their sexuality for me
Yeah.
because it's important to me and because I do the same for them.
Mhm.
And so, like, I don't know, as much as I've tried to compromise on this boundary, I'm like, it's physically impossible for me.
Right.
It's like, I can't.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not a
fair.
boundary that I can compromise on.
Yeah.
And I think that you have to know yourself, and there's nothing wrong with your boundary. There's nothing
Mhm.
wrong with needing what you need. And in relationship, I have a strong boundary, I have a strong need.
Mhm.
The other person, even though it may not be their boundary or need, they have to meet it. And if
Yeah.
they have a strong boundary or need, even though it's not mine, I have to choose, can I meet that?
Mm.
Can I meet them there? This is their need. And can they meet
But
me
what if you
here?
can't?
If you can't, you have to be honest about that. So like if my partner said, Ashton, you can't have any friends of the opposite sex ever.
Mhm.
And actually you can't even talk to men
Mm.
at work. You need to only email. I don't know, something crazy. I would have to say, well, that's unrealistic and
Mhm.
it's not, I can't do that because I have male colleagues and I have friends
Mhm.
that are male. And I'm going to let you know right now, I can't meet that boundary. And then you're giving that person the opportunity to walk away
Right.
or to say, okay, I'm going to move my boundary a little bit. But I
Mhm.
think lying about it, pretending whatever, that's not sustainable.
Right. I
It'll just
agree.
rupture.
So here are some other examples. Flirty DMs, secret texting, deleting messages, keeping an ex on standby, emotional dependence on someone outside their relationship, seeking validation from others, maintaining dating app profiles just for fun, and sharing things with someone else before your partner. I don't agree with that last example. There's times where I share things with you.
I, I think
But
it's
I
like
think what it's probably saying
with
is
an
like,
attractive person.
right, because you want to impress them. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I think it's oftentimes maybe you're seeking validation, you're bored, you're seeking attention, creating excitement in your life, you're maybe insecure or keeping your options open, or maybe you're just simply afraid of a commitment.
Yeah, if you're
Uh,
unwilling to close that escape hatch.
yeah. And many people aren't looking for another person, they're looking for a feeling.
Yeah.
They're thinking, oh, if I get this feeling, it'll validate me.
But I think communication
Yeah,
can kind of fix everything. If
absolutely.
I'm looking for this feeling, maybe I need to go to my partner and say, hey, I don't feel like excited anymore.
Yeah.
I don't really feel desired or chosen by you anymore.
What it would be your advice to someone who's listening where they don't feel like their partner will be accepting to that or would really listen?
You're probably dating a narcissist. I'm serious. If somebody loves you and you're feeling and you have if someone loves you and you're in partnership with them and you go to them earnestly like, "Hey, I really want to work on this in our relationship," and then
Yeah,
they gaslight you or they won't even make an effort to meet you there, you're just not with the right person.
right. Yeah.
Honestly.
Transparency is super important.
Uh-huh.
Also, the reaction that your partner gives to you.
Yeah.
Like if you have someone super aggressive when you address something that you're insecure about, that's
Yeah.
not a good way
No.
to respond. So, maybe it's working through that or going to therapy, whatever it might be,
But you
because
have to have two willing parties.
you do.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's so hard. It's such a hard thing but I will say, I do think men are becoming more open to these conversations.
Okay.
I think so.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think that there's more awareness to emotional attachment
Yeah.
and,
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
just the conversation is much more prevalent
Mhm.
today than it
Mhm.
was even 10 years ago. That I think that there's a lot of men out there who are going to listen and they just want to please you. They want to be with you. And I think it's also how you address it.
I heard this made me think about this. It's really funny. I heard that a part of the reason they started legalizing divorces
Hmm.
in our culture is because women were murdering their husbands.
Oh,
They
I
saw
believe
no
it.
escape, no way out.
Yeah.
And so like then all these like prominent men were dying because their wives were like poisoning them or killing them in their sleep.
And back then, there's probably no evidence.
Right. And it was just like these men just were dying because these wives had no escape hatch.
Oh my
They had no
gosh.
way to get out of this abusive environment, whatever, where the,
Right.
and now it's like, it's complete opposite, I guess, where we have every resource to take care of ourselves
Right.
and so men are, the bar's raising.
Yeah,
It really is.
I think so too.
Hmm.
I think there's much more self aware men,
Yeah,
emotionally intelligent men
I would
than
agree.
ever before.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
So a lot of this is like trust isn't usually broke by just one act. I think that it's not I'll just say like I don't think anything's right or wrong, but
Yeah,
I think you're right that it depends on the situation. Um I think that it's about discussing intent, your secrecy, respect, emotional investment, and I think that's where the deepest conversations lie.
I agree. Because every rupture, there's a chance to repair.
There is.
And if you repair
But
rupture,
that's a secret is to actually repair it.
right,
Mhm.
that's the thing. And some boundaries you didn't know you had until they're crossed. And then you're like, "Oh, I don't like that. I
Mm.
don't like that. I need to communicate that to my partner." And if your partner is like, "Oh, she doesn't like that. I'm going to work on that. I'm not going to do that again."
Mhm.
And they meet you there, like that's a good way to repair is to say, "Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't know that would hurt you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that again."
Yeah.
And you repair and then you prove it to them and with time and actions and consistency, the repair's made.
Yeah.
But if your partner says, "Hey, that hurt me," and then you say to them, "Well, like you're just insecure or you're stupid or whatever," like if you come back with that, it's not going to repair that rupture's going to it's going to deepen.
Yeah. I agree.
Right.
But again, everyone is so different and there's no judgment on anything here. I think Ashton and I just tend to be a little bit more traditional,
Yeah.
but there's no judgment in that. Like, we don't care if someone has
Hey,
an open relationship, is
no.
bisexual,
No, it's
or
fine.
is, whatever. We do not care.
I just care to all the girls listening. All I care about is that your needs and boundaries are being respected, whatever they are. Whether it's my man can go to strip clubs every weekend and I don't care.
And that's okay.
As long as he's not touching, he can look at whatever he wants. If that's your boundary, great.
That's fine.
That's great. I hope he doesn't touch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just hope he doesn't cross, like, I just hope you're being respected.
Yeah.
And that's really it. Like, everyone's boundaries and needs are very personal, and their perspectives on sexual energy and sex and interactions online and all of that. Like, we all just have different life experiences and preferences. And there's nothing wrong with your preferences, and there's nothing wrong with, expecting your partner to respect them.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
the
that.
Conversation. It's so important.
And have enough self-respect to recognize what you need and desire in your truth and your values. If you live outside of that to keep someone in your life or please someone else, you will slowly die. Like,
Also,
speaking from experience.
Have self-respect enough to not seek validation outside of your partner.
Yeah.
If you're feeling a certain way, because you're not going to feel good about it. Yeah. And this is coming from me, who's had many different mistakes in my own life. And I never once felt good from one of those standards I would set for my partner or myself that I violated. And I have to live with myself at the end of the night. So I want to go to bed knowing that I did right by the people that I love every single day moving forward. Like, the feeling of violating my partner in a way that would hurt their feelings, I just don't want to live that way. Kindness is the epitome of my existence. I love being just compassionate and kind to other people.
Yeah.
And I think that if I don't act in that kindness, I'm not being kind to myself either.
Yeah.
So respecting yourself
your
is
own
important.
values, like your own values, your peace, compassion, kindness. Whereas I would say mine are similar, like compassion and kindness, but truth.
Yes.
Probably truth about
is
peace.
Very important to you.
Yeah, it's super important to me. So, like, even like a half truth, I'm probably gonna have a hard time with that.
And oftentimes we know. We know.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the whole truth. Otherwise, like, I don't know. Truth is just really important.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I'm like, honestly, Taylor Swift has a song. Okay?
Of course.
Okay. And the line is casually cruel in the name of being honest. And like, she's talking about an ex-boyfriend. He was casually cruel just in the name of being honest. Like, I'm just being honest. That is me. I don't mean to be cruel. And I don't mean to be like casually cruel, but I'm just so honest in my like communication with people. I was just telling Amanda about a conversation I'm going to have with somebody.
Yeah.
And I was spelling it out. I'm going to tell them this and this and this. And she was like, God, like, she's like, you're just so honest.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I have to be. I have to be honest.
Delivery is so important.
Yes, delivery is important.
Like, Antonio is incredibly honest, but to my detriment at times,
right,
where it hurts my feelings.
You want him to be a little bit nicer.
So I'm a lot more sensitive, and I am super cautious about how I say things so I don't hurt someone's feelings. So I think it's really important to be honest, but I think that you can escalate a situation if you aren't kind in the delivery.
Do you think a white lie is okay to protect someone's heart, their feelings?
I mean, what kind of, I don't know. Yes, and yeah, I'll give you an example.
Maybe Antonio's like, I'm feeling like really out of shape, and you're like, oh no, baby, you look great, but like, he is getting out of shape.
Yeah, I think that's really fine. Because I would want him to do the same for me.
Right.
Just like, build me up, baby. Build me up. I don't care. Like, I will make changes on myself when I'm ready to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there's this, in the example that I was going to say was like, if a girl asks his guy, did these pants make me look fat? Like, you're always going to say, no, they don't make you look fat, because you don't want to hurt their feelings or their confidence. And then it spirals, and then they start thinking that they're not enough. And then you end up fighting. And it's just like, sometimes it could be a way of just being like if Antonio asked me that, I'd be like, well, what's important to you? Like, what, how are you feeling? It doesn't matter what I think. Like, how do you feel in it?
I have learned to really appreciate that in a partner, though. Like, if I asked a boyfriend, like, hey, how does this outfit look on me? And he was like, honestly, like, it doesn't flatter you. Or like, those jeans make your butt look really flat or whatever. Like, I don't take it personally. I'm thank you. Let me change my jeans.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of these.
Yeah, Antonio's told me, like, there was this dress I was wearing and it had, like, crosses. It was, like, crisscross,
Mm.
and he was like, "That is so 90s. Like, you need to burn it." And I had worn it all day, and I was like, "Okay. Yep,
No,
I'll
you just didn't
burn
like
it."
it.
He didn't like it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Did you
he's
give it
kinda
to me?
no. I actually
Mm.
did throw it away.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
I probably like it. I love that style.
Yeah. I mean, it was cute. I
Mhm.
wore, like, something else over the top so it was layered, but whatever. I mean,
Mhm.
your life, my life is not about pleasing other people.
No.
So,
Well, and I would say there have been times where I'm just like, well, I don't really care if you don't like it. I feel amazing in this.
yeah.
I'm gonna wear it anyway. Sorry.
So I had a dream last night that's coming to mind. Like I had a dream, so I have my nails like light pink right now, and I always go to this color by default for some reason. I like
Mm.
neutrals.
Mine are light too.
Yeah, I like yours. So I had a dream last night that Antonio was like, "I do not like your nails." So I like frantically went to a nail salon and painted them because I was like so concerned. It
Oh.
was an interesting dream. And
Huh.
I was like, what do I need to learn from this? I
Dreams
mean,
are powerful.
but I do take Antonio has great taste with many things, so I do take what he says
Yeah.
seriously. But yeah, there's just some things that we don't align with when it comes to
Yeah.
like he just decorated his home and he has his TV stand
Oh, yeah. You told me this.
in front of the sliding glass door instead of above the fireplace. It is atrocious.
Yeah, he needs to change it.
He won't.
Antonio, we
All
love
the
you.
girls in his life are telling him that he needs to change it, but he will not listen.
Yeah, it's a bad decision, bad design,
Bad design.
bad design
Yeah.
decision. Maybe functionality though. Maybe he loves it. Maybe it's
No, it's
functional.
functional for him. He
It's
was like, I
functional.
don't like
Yeah.
to look up at the TV.
Well, that's just
But
his
we don't
priorities.
watch
That's
TV.
just his priorities. Function over, beauty.
Yeah.
He prefers the function.
I don't know. I think he prefers beauty. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder in this situation.
True.
Yeah, I don't
True.
think it looks good. My mom, nobody, his kids are like, you need to change that. It looks so bad.
I mean, you sent it to me, and I was like, oh God.
That's atrocious.
Oh
And it's
my
a big
gosh.
TV. And his backyard is beautiful. Beautiful. And yet it's covered by this big ass TV. And we don't even watch TV. So it's quite the eyesore. Anyway, back to this micro cheating. What else do you have to?
Well, I was gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, let's do it.
So in summary, micro cheating is basically a shift in emotional loyalty or crossing your partner's boundaries in secrecy,
Yes.
hiding it, not being honest about it. And according to a podcast I listened to today, there's 5 signs
Okay.
of this. Okay.
Mhm.
So sending or engaging in texts or DMs that you don't want your partner to know about. Deleting texts, guarding your phone, deleting messages, any of that is dishonest and micro cheating. The drop test. If you dropped your phone and your partner picked it up, do you have anxiety? Do you worry if your partner?
Do they freak out?
Are you okay with your partner looking at the texts and the messages that you're sending and receiving? Do you need to explain it? Do you have to bullshit and make excuses for your actions?
Yeah.
Okay. Emotional struggles and personal thoughts are shared in confidence with another, confiding in someone other than your partner.
Of the opposite sex who you're attracted to.
Right. It's different in a friendship or something, but dressing up and acting differently when you know you're going to see a specific other person. So
Maybe.
I'm going to see a guy at work today that I'm attracted to.
And you want his
So
attention.
in the morning, I wake up and I put extra effort into looking really good.
True.
So that he thinks I look really good instead of thinking about my partner.
Yeah.
So dressing up and acting differently when you know you're going to see a specific other person, if somebody like comes to mind.
I think that's also with thirst traps if you're trying to put it up there for the attention, to get the attention.
You're putting like
someone
a
else.
really sexy picture.
Yeah.
And then you want to get like another person online to engage with it. Downplaying a relationship with a person. So saying to your partner, oh, we're just coworkers or we're just gym buddies. And you have an internal defensiveness about an outside relationship. That defensiveness that comes up is because you're doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Yes.
And then fantasizing about a life with someone else. So you may have a fleeting thought, oh, he seems like a great husband. I wonder what that would be like. Okay, fine.
Move on.
But if they're sticking around and you're comparing your partner to them regularly, you're daydreaming about them, you're masturbating to them, you're veering into emotional territory.
Right.
And you're cheating.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's kind of the the summary and recognizing and remembering that there's a difference between honesty, like you had to pull it out of your partner, and transparency, where you're just like, I'm just going to be really transparent about this. I feel a little weird about it. I think I should tell my partner.
Mm-hmm.
I do that regularly. If I
Yeah.
feel weird about something, hey, I just want you to know this
Mm-hmm.
thing came up. I don't want, if you look at my messages and you see it, I want you to know it's there. I want you to know why
Yeah.
it's there. Being proactive and thinking about your partner's feelings.
Yeah, not reactive. Be
Mhm.
proactive.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's a great summary of everything. So yeah,
Thanks. Yeah, that's it.
if you have questions, let us know.
Uh-huh. We'll be here. And next week, we don't know what we're talking about yet. Do we?
No.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
But
We created this whole list and
oh, we just,
we need to get back to it.
oh yeah.
But
That
yeah.
whole disenchantment. Maybe we should do an episode on being disenchanted by life and how to get out of it. And you can talk to me and coach me.
Okay. I'd be good at that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you, ladies, for listening. Follow, share our podcast if you don't mind.
Mhm.
I would love to see more engagement.
Yeah.
Please, even if you want it to be private,
Just
slip
do
into our DMs.
Like a little heart. We need some encouragement, like a little heart,
Yeah.
or share the episode.
Follow us.
Like any of that. Really,
Yeah.
it's like a hug.
It
to us.
is.
Yeah,
it's
a
so
girl hug.
sweet.
Mhm.
And yeah, girl hug. I put in every episode, I put the Instagram and the Facebook and the YouTube links below. So follow us up on YouTube.
Mhm.
And I'm going to try to start a TikTok because I think that's where the girlies are.
Oh my gosh.
I think. But
she's so tech, like you're so high tech.
no, I try
You're
to think
amazing.
I'm not
hate
guys,
social media.
I'm
and
not
stuff.
high tech
Yeah.
at all. But what I am is I try to think, where is my audience and
Mhm.
how can I reach them? And I think our girlies might be on TikTok. And I've been trying to create more videos because I also think our girlies are on Reels. So I think that's where it's at. I just want to help more people.
Yeah.
Like you do.
Me too. All right.
All right. Bye.